Today we'll be talking about the PS5 sales conspiracy theory. So you do not know, the PS5 is supposedly doing well. It's supposedly sold 6 million copies worldwide, units worldwide. But did it really? Did the PS5 really sell 6 million to 6 million individual people? Or is there something going behind the scenes? I know Sony fanboys will read over this video. You constantly defend Nintendo Switch's sales and Xbox sales, but you're just only saying it because you hate Sony. No. Ever since the PS5 launched, there has been something going fishy. Okay? First of all, the PS5 consoles are still going out of stock, but they're reportedly selling 6 million copies as well. Yeah, the Nintendo Switch was going out of stock for like the first week, but Nintendo at least fixed the problem after a week. The PS5 has been out of stock since it came out. Okay? The console has been out of stock since it came out. Still out of stock. Still out of stock. Okay? You're telling me this game sold 6 million copies. This console sold 6 million copies less than a year. Fastest selling console of all time, according to Sony. And of course, we have all of the issues of the PS5. All of the big issues of the PS5. Okay? All of these big issues this console is having. Console start not working. Console is still not working and stuff. These issues still go on to this day. PS5, bricking, a lot of consoles, PS5 is, after an hour of play, and it's still happening as well. They have not fixed these issues with the PS5. There's storage issues, there's other issues, and you're telling me this console sold 3 million copies, and this is very, very wide reported, okay? You're telling me that this console, okay, sold 6 million copies, okay? And we look at the game sales in Japan, okay? So here is the Famitsu sales from 3/15/21 to 3/21/21. Here we have Mario 3D World. Then we have all Nintendo. No PS5. Where is PS5? But according to Sony, 26,000 people bought the console. But no one is buying any games. Okay? No one is buying any PS5 games. I know people will say, oh, but digital. People are buying games digitally. Where's the games? Okay? It's all Nintendo. All Nintendo. No Sony. Okay? I believe the Xbox sales are pretty accurate. But Sony does not selling 26,000 a week. I do not buy that at all. I buy the Nintendo Switch sales because look at all these Nintendo Switch games selling. Okay? Look at all these Nintendo games selling. But where was the Sony? Where was PS5? There's not a single PS5 game in the top 30. Okay? Not a single game on the PS5. More people would rather watch Fitness Boxing 2, play Fitness Boxing 2 than play Spider-Man or Demon's Souls without the big sellers. The big sellers for PS5. The big sellers for PS5. For PS5. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. Apparently, according to Sony, 26,000 copies. And again, this is the version when you get the disc. Okay? Shouldn't there be a game that's on this list? Okay? Shouldn't there be a game on this list? There isn't no games for the PS5. Okay? Here. Okay? None. 87% of consoles sold in Japan was Nintendo Switch. Okay? And we have the updated one. We have this another week. Where's PS5? Where's PS5? There's a couple of PS4 games. Where's PS5? Don't see it. But reportedly, according to Sony, 30,000 copies sold. According to Sony, okay, 30,000 copies sold. Where are the games? I wonder if people are buying the digital games because there's no games on the PS5. Even on Xbox Series X. No games on the Xbox Series X. No games on the PS5. Okay, people are not being fooled by a Spider-Man remastered. Okay, yeah, and the same thing, yeah. Oh, there's one PS5 game that's Outriders, but no one's buying it because, and you can see the decline in sales of PS5 because the Fire is trying to fix the issue that no one's really buying the PS5. Yeah, no one's buying this console, really. Okay, the Monster Hunter Rise is the best-selling game of the week. Mario Bowser's Fury. Okay, but PS5, I bet it's the same everywhere else. Okay, now on best-selling games. I don't know how to separate it, but Mario, Nintendo Switch, PC. Okay, PC, Nintendo, here, Nintendo, PS4, PC, Nintendo, Avengers for the PS5. That's the best seller, that's your best seller for the PS5. Freaking Avengers, and that game was horrible, okay? Monster Hunter Neo replacement. What the hell is that title? 1.22474487139. Then we have Neo, The Road Ends of You, Ghost of Tsushima, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Where is the PS5 games? Where are they? Okay. Oh, that's because it just came out and discounted for $25. It's selling that badly. The big new game on the PS5 is selling so badly that they need to discount it to sell. It's just, this PS5 is just simply just a joke of a console. Okay, but sold 6 million. 6 million people bought your console. Yeah. Okay. $6 million people. Most gifted. Yeah. It's Nintendo. All Nintendo. Oh, PS5. PS5 is being Sony is being outsold by all Nintendo. Well, all Nintendo. Oh, that's the PS4 version. You have Nintendo. You have Ghost of Tsushima, but this is mostly Nintendo. Where is PS5? Where is any PS5 exclusives? That's because they don't have any exclusives. Because unless you want to play Godfall, Xbox Series X has one game on there. We said they have one compared to the PS5. Yeah. And now let's go to new releases on Amazon. Yeah. Well, it isn't. But what the hell is Returnal? It's probably some ripoff. Mass Effect. That's Xbox. Resident Evil Village is there. Bravely Default 2. Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, it's being outsold by Metopia. That's just laughable to say the most. It's being outsold by a 3DS game. But again, it's another PS5 exclusive. Being outsold by a 3DS game. Being outsold by Nintendo. Being outsold by Nintendo's games. Okay. Ratchet and Clank is going to sell poorly compared to all of the Nintendo exclusives. Okay. Yo, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Why would he charge $70 for playing the same game? Only Sony does that. Only Sony does that. Let's charge you $70 for a remaster of a game. Only Sony does that. I didn't even know that was coming on the Xbox. Yeah, what? It's just, what the hell is that title? 1.22. And there's like a bunch of indie games or games that nobody cares about, basically further down the list. Okay, but what? Oh, no one's buying PS5 games. That's my point. Only PS5 games that was selling is Avengers for the PS5, whatever Returnal is, which for some reason people are willing to pay $70 for something that will probably be disappointed by Sony, and Resident Evil Village, which is probably $70 on the PS5 as well, because Sony wants to milk you dry. That's all they ever do. Does the Xbox Series X even have any games that are not also on the Xbox One? It has Resident Evil Village, Subnautica, Judgment. Yeah, they have no exclusives. Mortal Cell, Samurai Showdown. Control, really, people would really pay for Control for the Xbox Series X. They're like pointing that to like every single thing. So every like single console, you know, if you don't have Control on your console, according to the developer, you're not a true console. It gets ported to like every single console. It's like, it's just why. But yep, Sony is just being destroyed by Nintendo. Not really surprising. Not really surprising that Nintendo is destroying Sony. You know. But, you know, Sony is supposedly the greatest developer, game console of all time. Okay? But it seems that people finally wake up to Sony. People finally starting to wake up to the horribleness of Sony. Okay? All weebs have already moved down to Nintendo. Okay? They have lost the weeb audience. Now they're gonna lose most of the other people with The Last of Us Part 2. Garbage like that, you know, pushing stuff like, oh yeah, you get to play as a different race in Spider-Man. Like, nobody gives a crap about that stuff. Nobody gives a crap about Spider-Man Miles Morales or a remake of a PS3 game. Nobody gives a crap about that. The only people who hype that stuff up are Sony fanboys. And Nintendo has been doing the same thing recently as well. But at least I was saying they're finally committing to new original IPs. You know, and are actually giving people what they want, like Pokemon Snap. People have been asking for a new Pokemon Snap for ages. And Nintendo finally gave Nintendo fans a new Pokemon Snap. It's really called New Pokemon Snap, which is the funny thing. New Pokemon Snap. It's really called New Pokemon Snap. But at least people, you know, so yeah, the best sellers in Nintendo Switch games. Because you have, like, Nintendo 2020 has been mostly, you know, boring remasters and remakes. But at least Nintendo's making new games now. Pokemon Snap, that is new. It's just Pokemon? Oh, yeah, Neo the World Ends With You. That's another Nintendo exclusive. And again, I bet Nintendo's going to put a lot of new games out in the later half of this year. You know, for example, there's Breath of the Wild 2 and Mario Kart Now, the big games that are leaked. That is not, you know, of course, Pokemon. You know, those two big games. You know. But I just find it hilarious that, you know, more people would rather buy Miitopia for the Nintendo Switch than, you know, Ratchet and Clank, which, according to Sony fanboys, is one of the greatest fantasies of all time. You know. Yo. Then we gotta go to video games and go PS5. What games are even people buying on the PS5 that isn't the Spider-Man remake or Demon Souls? Okay. But PS Vita is still considered relevant. Oh, Avengers. For $25. Avengers for $25. That's what you get for buying a PS5. You get a port of a crappy game that died within a week. Okay, you have Demon Souls, you have Spider-Man. You have Alex Kidd, which is also on the Switch. Final Fantasy VII Remake. For some reason, though, only Sony is going to pay $30 for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Even though it's $60 on the PS4 version. Yeah. Here you have Pathless, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. You know, Spirit of the North. A lot of these are just ports, PS4 ports. They're just PS4 ports, basically. Mortal Kombat 11 that came out like 2 years ago, 2 years ago now. Baron of Wonderworld. People are actually buying that. I feel sorry for anyone who has bought that. Okay, before we go, we gotta see what games are selling on the Xbox Series X. Yes, there's really nothing on the PS5. Xbox Series X just has nothing because they were saying, oh yeah, but you can play old Xbox One games on our console. Okay. You know, Nintendo did the same thing with the Wii U, and nobody bought the Wii U. Okay, it's mostly the same games, except with the exception of the exclusives. So yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye.